All right, after trading Kevin Durant on Sunday, the Suns were back in the trade market Wednesday. Phoenix traded the number 29 pick and a 2029 first-round pick to the Charlotte Hornets for 7-foot center Mark Williams. The Williams deal, of course, comes 5 months after the 23-year-old big man's trade to the LA Lakers was rescinded after Williams failed a physical examination. A couple of other teams swap picks. The Grizzlies move up to 11 to take Cedric Coward out of Washington State. Trailblazers took the man that Billis just mentioned, Chinese center Young Hansen, the 16th spot. Another deal. The Pelicans move up to number 13.
I like turtles.
To take my guy, Derek Queen. Go get him, DQ. All right, Shams Charania joins us now. And Shams, it's funny. What'd you say last night on the way out? You were joking about Mark Williams. Ironically, he gets traded tonight.
There's a lot of full circle moments going on the last 24 hours, Scott. That's all I got to say on that.
Indeed. What's the plan in Phoenix?
So when the Suns were on the clock at when the pick number 8 and 9 were on the clock, the Suns didn't believe Kaman Moliak was going to be available for them. But when he was, they obviously decided that was the big that they were going to get. So they had been talking to Charlotte about Mark Williams as well. So for the Suns, a lot of this was the front court was a massive issue for this team last season. They went through a revolving door at center. Yusuf Nurkic, Nick Richards, Mason Plumlee. Now they have two centers within minutes of each other, two high upside centers that they acquire within minutes tonight in Mark Williams with the Hornets in this trade, and then Kaman Moliak in the draft at number 10. They never expected him to be available, and those two first-round picks, one number 29 and then a future first-round pick they expect to be in the late 20s. Essentially, they're trading away late 20s for a guy in Mark Williams who, like you said, was traded to the Lakers, rescinded, has high upside.
All right, there was a lot of curiosity about what would happen with Ace Bailey. Where's he going to go? Who'd he work out for? Didn't work out for anybody. Well, he didn't necessarily want to go where he landed. Jonathan Givony said on the broadcast, Utah was not one of his preferred destinations. They took him 5th. Here's Bailey on being picked by Utah.
Ace, there was a lot of speculation, the buildup in your draft process. You know, you seem pretty happy to me to be going to Utah. What do you say to people that maybe just don't believe that?
I mean, I control what I control, so how they feel. But to my team and me, me focusing on the basketball and them doing what they're doing, so it happens.
Shams, what's your reaction? What do you hear about sort of how that landed with Ace Bailey?
Going into the draft, Scott, what I got from people that I talked to around Ace Bailey was we're comfortable with the process that we had. We believe we'll land somewhere in that 3 to 8 range, and obviously that was correct. He landed at 5. And there were whispers over the last couple days that number 5 Utah, even though that they had not brought in Ace Bailey hadn't worked out for anyone in person in the high lottery. Despite that, Utah had really been looking at him and his talent, wanted to bring him in, his scoring, his competitiveness. So you get Ace Bailey and then Walter Clayton Jr. later in the first round as well. So I think Utah's very happy with the draft that they had today. You have multiple other storylines, but Utah getting those two players, competitors, shooters, scorers, I think they're very excited about it.
I'm sure they are. The question is, how does Ace feel about it? You hope the young man sees it as the dream come true moment and a chance to go get buckets because he's an elite scorer. Shams, appreciate you. We will talk again soon, I hope.
I'm on fire. It's in the air,